Those of you who don't know me, I'm Honor Janetsky, founder of Awakened Motherhood, and have been hosting this group, this community, growing this community online from 200 people back in maybe like 2015 or 2016. I'm not totally sure. And have been helping clients for 20 years, moms, families, to create a new way of being together that's really rooted in respect and deep connection. And with that, really helping moms to reinvent the way they do motherhood, the way that they take care of themselves, so that our kids can thrive. I mean, so that we can thrive, but we're more motivated usually to do something for someone else. And oftentimes that's like, I just need to make sure I'm being the best mom for my kid. So, as a business owner, I will say in the sandwich generation, raise your hand or say yes. Me in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. Anybody else here in the sandwich generation? I joked recently I'm a card carrying member of the sandwich generation. That means I'm a mom who is parenting kids at home, and I have my parents who are coming up against all the obstacles that aging parents do, and those challenges that are inherent to that, and feeling like, I'm still very actively, I'm in the perimenopause and beyond. I'm in the beyond section of that. That category of, I don't even, sort of somewhere in the mix of COVID and all of that. My health started changing. It was hard to tell why and kind of even what the cause was, but I will say that, having gone through a lot of those changes in my health and energy level, and having to kind of redesign the puzzle of that parenting, never going away during all of that, it really struck me how much we need to adapt our parenting strategies, the way that we are with our kids, based on what we have available, time, energy, presence of mind. And that's what I want to talk about today. So, how to help you guys do that. And as a business owner, and I've been a business owner for much longer than I've been running Awakened Motherhood and Embodied Calm, my and Abundance Generator. I have three programs now where I'm helping moms or moms and families. And before that, I had a private practice where I saw clients in Oakland, California. And before that, I lived overseas and did community-based work in South Africa, where I lived in Southern Africa. And then before that, on the West Coast again, and worked in home to help people and help families, as well as in office seeing clients. And so in lots of different settings, I've been able to connect deeply with people who are ready for change now. And that is such a gift to be able to connect with those of you who are ready for things to get better now. Not just like okay with suffering. And there's a difference there. And as a business owner, I will say, in the sandwich generation, I do feel like I have energy going to a lot of different places. I still have two kids at home. One is in elementary school, the other's in high school. And it takes a lot of energy, even if I wasn't parenting full time, if I wasn't um didn't have other things going on, just even working full time. It takes a lot of energy. And the older that I get, the more critical my self care game practice has become. The idea of self care went from being something that, I know I should do, I would sort of think about it, sometimes do it. But the harder that life got for me, whether that was parenting challenges or whether that was me going through something in my health or my marriage, my relationship. Like the harder or more intense things got in life, the quicker I had to figure out what self-care really is and how to do it in a way for me that worked so that I could be the mom I wanted to be, and I could be a full-time business owner, and I could work on my marriage and have a really solid partnership. So when when we talk about self-care, it's different for everybody, but I think that people have some real misconceptions about what this is. And I've got a freebie offer right now for those of you who sign up for next week's workshop on parenting through perimenopause, like learning to do that differently. I'll share a little bit about that in a moment, but there is a freebie video called Three Rules of Self-Care for Moms in Perimenopause. You can ask for it, whether you are at that life stage yet or not. It will be useful to you. But self-care, I've joked with my friends, has become a job in and of itself. It's like some days it's a part-time job, some days it's a full-time job, and I just need to kind of cancel life and take care of me. And I know something about women, having helped thousands of moms through the years. Women are typically, when we have kids at home, when we're in motherhood, are typically really bad at receiving or giving ourselves or taking from life what we need in order to be okay, in order to feel good, in order to be healthy, in order to have a balance in our lives. Women typically stink at receiving what is for us, just even at the most basic needs level. So I'm going to shift screens here so I can see you guys. I'm not seeing comments. Okay, tell me when you're watching. Somebody needs to interact with this, I think. Say hello, tell me where you're watching from, and then tell me if this sounds familiar. Does it sound like you to have trouble actually like noticing what you need, making space for what you need, putting it on the calendar, taking the action to give yourself what you need? If it's hard for my clients who've worked with me ongoing, some of them through my 16-week program, some of them on and off or ongoing for years have stayed with me and grown through the stages of motherhood with me as their coach. If they struggle with it sometimes, I know that so many of you must struggle with it too. If I struggle with it sometimes, I know that we all do. And so um, I think that it's true that most people don't understand that self-care is actually taking action to take care of you. I'm going to break it down in next week's training. I'm going to break it down for you guys day by day. It's a 4-day reset for parenting during this season. And it's called 4-day reset for moms parenting through perimenopause and beyond. So and pre-menopausal, it's fine. Most people don't know. You don't know if you're even on the cusp of it until it's like, whoa, things get really wacky. So when you register, then I will send you the free resource, the 3 self-care rules resource as well, that video. So that's a part of the registration process. That's my gift to you to help you warm up, prepare, create space in your brain for next week's workshop. Please don't miss out. If you're struggling, here's the thing. Here's why you won't sign up. You will not sign up because your brain is geared toward taking care of everything else, everybody else, and all of the things that are on your plate. So all the caregiving things, all of the taking care of business of life things. That's give, that's energy going out. And then what are you receiving? So this workshop is about me giving you something, but I also receive for myself. That is a practice that I have to do consciously and intentionally, even, 15 years into motherhood. I have to consciously remind myself every single day that it's time for me to receive and I need to ask for what I need. I need to give myself what I need. And this workshop, these 4 days, the sessions of learning, of having breakthroughs, of opening your eyes to looking at yourself, your kids, your life in a new way, of learning what to prioritize so that life gets easier for you, motherhood gets easier for you. These are all things you can receive, but while you won't register and sign up for this workshop, you won't even read about the details of it. If you're like, it's because your brain goes, it's just one more thing. I can't do one more thing. I'm already full. I'm already at capacity. And guess what? Because I'm a coach, I'm going to share with you a little secret. The secret is that if you keep doing things that way, if you keep not receiving something new, support, help, ideas, learning, growth, if you just keep doing things the same way that you're doing them, guess what happens? Everything stays the same. You keep feeling the same way. So mentally and emotionally, you're going to keep repeating those same patterns. The stress will continue to kind of build, it will intensify your self doubt, your perfectionism, whatever it is you're battling with, the short temper, the snappishness with your kids who just keep being so tough, who keep being so demanding if you have teenagers, or ungrateful or unappreciative, and you keep feeling mad and frustrated in that same loop about why you can't change it. That's because you're not interrupting the pattern to receive something new, you guys. That's it. I mean, it's really simple when you just think of it this way. So if I got my head down, I'm going through life. I'm doing my work. I'm doing my kids. I'm doing the breakfast. I'm doing the dinner. I'm reminding them to bring me their lunchbox. Wash your lunchboxes. You didn't put your shoes at the front. If I'm doing all these things, and in between, I'm squeezing in all my work. I'm solo parenting for basically a month right now. So this is top of mind right now. I have worked very hard at creating a beautiful shared cooperative experience with my partner, and we parent. We share the load. We really, really share the load. And that's like a work in progress for 15 years now. And then when he's away for work, it's really like, okay, well, I got to rework the whole puzzle really quick. Then have time to sit and like make a plan because I'm doing all this. So, top of mind for me right now is like as I scramble to rework my whole puzzle of me holding everything, um, and making sure my kids feel totally loved and safe and secure because they've got one parent doing everything for them now. And as some of you, really huge props to some of you who parent alone for the whole duration, and do it all on your own. Just mad respect for all of you who are doing that. It really is. It's a whole different vibe, feeling like solely responsible for all the things and remembering all the things. So big shout out to all of you single mamas doing this. I am, as I am kind of like looking at um, where you guys uh, put yourselves last, where you delay getting help, where you delay booking a free consult with me, a parenting strategy session, where you put off a workshop to think my life's too busy, I can't do it right now. The frustration, the stress of your life is just gonna be more of the same. You're gonna keep getting more of the same. And you may even notice that you keep wishing life would get easier, right? We put it out here. I wish this would let up. I wish I could catch a break. I wish that people would show up and support me. I wish that my husband was different. I wish I'd meet someone who'd sweep me off my feet and take care of me. These are really normal human feelings to have. The problem with having them and holding on to them and letting them be your security blanket and kind of holding pattern is that you never do learn how to take the wheel of your own existence in motherhood, and you never do learn how to actually create joy now in life now. You're sort of waiting, and the goalpost just keeps moving out farther, 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 farther. Well, maybe when my kids are gone, and then, oh shit, like then I'll have missed the opportunity to create the relationship with them that I want. That's so heartbreaking for moms. Don't let yourself fall into that category of putting yourself last, 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 thinking I just got to put my head down, got to grind, got to grind. And all the while, you're keeping the support, the help, the whatever, the enjoyment of your life at arm's length. And you know what? Our kids feel that. Not only do they feel it, they interpret those patterns, they adopt those patterns. Just creates a lot of like things you wouldn't think it creates between parents and kids. Like these patterns of you not taking amazing care of yourself, you not investing in you, investing in your growth, result in ungrateful kids, bad behavior from your kids, more intense kind of pushback, shutting down. It results in your kids seeing you as irrelevant eventually. Why do I need to listen to you? You don't know anything. So the less good you are at valuing yourself, your time, pouring your resources into you, your development, into growth, into making time and space for you, the worse you are at that, the more ungrateful and the more irrelevant, the more ungrateful your kids are, and the more kind of irrelevant they think you are. And, that is a real catch 22 because that means the more you sacrifice for your kids, the more resentful you're going to be of how they don't appreciate it. Yuck. And through the years, many, many parents who've come to work, they have come solely for the purpose of my kids are going to, I feel like I'm raising monsters. Like my kids are not appreciative, not grateful. We have a connection, we have a good connection, we have a good relationship, but like this is not working the way I'm doing it. I'm buckling, and they're starting to be like expecting me to do everything for them. That is not a long term plan. You need a better plan. And I'm telling you this because I love you and I want to love on you. I don't want any mom to throw herself under the bus for anything. And you think you're doing it because that's what being a good mom is. That is not what being a good mom is. Being a good mom is taking amazing care of yourself and then raising thoughtful, grateful kids in the process. As a result, as a natural, easy result, there's no efforting in that. It really isn't. And my clients will tell you, if you guys have worked with me, back me up here in the comments. They will tell you that you don't have to try to create respectful kids. Kids respect you when you adopt the strategies that I teach in Awaken Motherhood. So, a little bit about how I'm going to be teaching you these things in next week's workshop in the 4-day reset. The first session on day one is we're going to kind of dig in here a little bit to the truth about why you might be exhausted, tired, irritated, annoyed with your kids, and snappy. And it's really, really not just hormones. It's not hormones. And it's also not because your kids are ungrateful. Yeah, it can be that too, but what's made them ungrateful? Let's figure out what that is so you can change it. So we're going to talk about a couple things on day one. The cost of this head down, pushing through, being bad at receiving, being bad at self-care, pretending you're okay, pretending you're fine. We're really going to go into that. And then we're going to go into the mind-body connection between yourself and how your kids react to you and how you react to them. Mind body connection is so powerful. I have an entire program that I've created because it is so powerful called Embodied Calm. We're also going to talk about the link between your nervous system and your child's emotional storms. Okay. So, day one, absolutely don't miss that one. These are going to be about 45-minute sessions. They're going to be live on Zoom. You have to register to get the join information. And that's for safety, for your own safety, for my safety. We don't want just anybody joining from anywhere. We're going to go deep. I'm going to be answering your questions live in the chat. So you're going to be when you're on live, you're going to get more out of it. But there will be replays. So I will email those out to you too. You can absolutely watch those after your kids go to bed at night. And when you're just dead on your feet, but your brain is still, this is the perfect time to watch a replay. Day two, we're going to talk about how to soothe your child's most challenging behaviors. Like when you're tapped out, what to do with that, where to go with that. And then we're also going to talk about how to set limits and boundaries that your kid actually respects. So I touched on why that is today. We'll go deeper in that next week, as well as creating daily calm and deeper connection, fulfilling connection without the power struggles with your kids. Okay. So that's a little bit of what we're going to get into. And I'm going to drop a link for you guys here and thank you for joining. I'm sorry, my face was being funny, so I can't see you guys on live today. But I will check back for all of your comments. Okay, here's where, oh gosh. Now the comment window. I'll drop the link. The comment window just disappeared on the live stream. So Facebook's being fussy. I will drop the link around this video after I sign off. But if any of this, you guys, if any of it is like, oh, yeah, that's me, and you catch yourself being like, but on to the next, or oh, I don't have time for that, stop. Take a time out. Is it really true? You and I both know it's not true. I mean, in very, very rare cases, it is true that someone does not have 5 minutes a day to themselves, but like if you are living at that capacity where you never zone out to Netflix for anything, where you never like space out with a cup of coffee in your hand, where you are, let's say, cooking dinner for your family, but only doing that, not also listening to something that gives you new ideas on how to make life easier for you, there's an opportunity there. There's an opportunity there, and you can take that. If you don't take that, you're leaving it on the table. How to reinvent the way that you parent your kids so that you get to save more energy. I would take that 7 out of 7 days a week. If anybody could tell me something new I didn't know yet, all day long, I would choose that free option. This is a free workshop, by the way. So if you've registered and you have not shared it with your friends, please do share this with your friends. We want to get as many people learning these awesome, easy plug and play ideas as possible and spread this as far and wide as we can. Please share with your email contacts, share in your online communities, share with your friend list, or just send it to a friend. I'm going to drop the link below for you to share. Also, please do consider if you guys are not following on my business page yet, it's Honor Janetsky Awaken Motherhood. You can follow there. Those posts are shareable. Everything that happens inside this group is private. It's locked down. So you got to invite friends to the group for them to see. Sometimes you guys will try to tag people, but your friends don't see it. That's because they're not in the group yet. So business page called Honor Janetsky Awaken Motherhood, public. You can share posts from there that advertise the workshop. There's a big one there now that's really getting a lot of views, and you can share that one. You can also invite your friends to this group so they can take advantage of the weekly parenting strategy sessions and have some just news and announcements on an ongoing basis about free offers and workshops. So don't miss out next week, you guys. It's an awesome, huge opportunity. The 4-day reset for moms in perimenopause. And even if you're not in perimenopause, just do it. You're going to learn so much about the mindset that's really the most loving, joyful, satisfying mindset to have in motherhood. And I can't wait to be there with you. So drop me a yes if you're already signed up. If you need a link, let us know and we will get in touch with you guys. And the freebie will come to your inbox. If you don't end up getting it, then just message us, let us know, and we'll get it to you. Okay? All right, you guys. Have an amazing day. I'll see you soon.